Good morning, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I am here to pull some cards for this week ahead. That's this week starting the 14th of June through to Sunday the 20th of June. So 2021. I trust you're well. I trust things are flowing well for you and you're having a good day or a good weekend. It's Monday morning here. I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Monday the 14th of June at exactly 8:25 a.m. Everyone's asleep in the house. It's a public holiday today, so the house is full, but everyone's sleeping except for me, so I'm speaking a little quietly. It's still raining outside. It's been raining for 7 days straight. So it's very interesting to be in that space too. But good morning. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So the dragons have come out of the kiln. I forget which day it was, Saturday, I think. Yeah, a Saturday or Sunday. And they look amazing. So tomorrow, which is Tuesday, I intend, hopefully we have some sunshine, and I can take some good photos of them and get them up on the website. So keep an eye out for those if you have been following along my dragon creation. I'm going to say hello to you in the comments in just a moment, so please say hello if you want to. Yeah, let's say hello to you now. Let's go up into the comments and then we'll get started. So good morning, Shona. Hi, Wanda and Donna. Hello, Amanda. And Kay's from Cronulla. Good morning, Jennifer. And Joanna is here. Good morning. Hi, Lisa and Barb. And Vasilina, good morning. Melissa, hello. Hi, Ellen and Jody from the Midwest of the USA. Good morning, Judy and Rick's from Canada. Hi, Susie and Melissa. Shona's likes dragons, I think. Yeah, me too. Olivia's here from California, and so is Stephanie from California. Welcome, ladies. Hello, Amy. My birthday is tomorrow, says Amy. Happy birthday for tomorrow for you. It might be today. Is it the 14th? If it is, then it might be today for us. Kathy, good morning. Hello, Gail from Arizona. Clarissa is here. Pilar is here from Spain. And Anne is here from Belgium. We've got Tracy here from Agnes Water. Welcome. Good morning, Donna. Donna's from down the road. Sam's here from Tassie too. So we've got a few Tasmanians on here. Kyla from Belfast. Hello to you. Hi, Joanna. Hi, Ashley from North Carolina. Liz is here from Belfast. Kels is from New Zealand. Welcome. And Cheryl is here too. Good morning. Hello, Louise from New South Wales. Welcome. Tammy's here. Hello. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. If you're new to watching, what I'm going to be doing is using my combined Animal Kingdom Oracle cards with my Speed of Light Oracle cards. I have combined these to make a 110 card deck, and I'll be using these to find the best cards for this week ahead. So I'll be laying them out intuitively next to me here, and then I will read the cards and we'll see what might be potentially in store for us this week. So as always, please take on board what feels right and what resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, if it doesn't feel right for you, if it doesn't sit in for what you're going through at the moment, then that's okay. Just let it go. And yeah. Just think of this as a guide. It's just, if it's helpful, then that's a bonus. That's what I sort of see it as. So last week we had the theme card was the wolf, the boundary masculine wolf, the alpha male wolf. I've got two wolves in this deck, so it was the more masculine wolf. And it reminded us to keep our boundaries secure and be careful that we don't give our power away too much last week. So to keep our, really attentive of our attention and where we're giving our energy, where we're sending our energy as well. So I don't know if that sort of fit in for your week now, looking back. Moving forward now, I'm looking for the best cards for Monday, Monday the 14th of June through to Sunday the 20th of June. And then I will pull a card for the theme afterwards. So I'm shuffling the cards and asking for the best cards that the majority of us need at this time to find their way to the top of the deck based on the way I choose my cards. And the best cards for this week ahead for the majority of us are these. I always split my deck. It's the way I've always done it. And now I'm going to lay the cards out here, just down in front of me, face down. So I don't know what they are yet. I've got a bit of space here, so that's nice. So we've got 3 Speed of Light and 5 Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. Let's turn them over. We have a dragon. Which dragon will it be? Let me know in the comments. I'll show you a bit later as we get through the week. We have one featured card, which is the Shaman. The Shaman has further instructions here, which say to fan out the deck and choose a card. So I'm going to fan out the deck and just grab this card. This will go with the Shaman prayer. So we'll put that with the Shaman, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So the first card I want to talk about as we start this week, we have the Kangaroo. The Kangaroo has been quite popular. It's appeared, I don't think it came in last week, but I think it came in for the 2 weeks prior to that. So it's come in, I think, like 3 out of the last 4 that I've done. So it's quite strong these last couple of weeks. And the Kangaroo is card 10, and it reminds us to leap over the obstacle. There is movement, there is forward momentum in this card, and we're being encouraged to start the week by really looking at how we can overcome or move past our obstacles. So I guess the first thing to be aware of is, what are our obstacles? What is your obstacle, your biggest obstacle right now? What is stopping you from proceeding? Is it time? Is it your own fear, your own insecurities? Is it something that needs to be done first? What is your obstacle? What is it that you're challenged by right now in this moment early in the week? And what can you do to move past that? So the energy is very supportive for gaining momentum for movement, especially through obstacles. So if you're not feeling like you have any obstacles or challenges right now, then you might find that with the obstacle part aside, that there is a lot of movement and action that's coming forth for you early in the week. For those of us who might feel like we're dealing with an obstacle or a challenge early in the week, let's look at it from different perspectives and look for a way to get over it, to move through it, to find a way to overcome this challenge or this obstacle that's before us. Maybe we've been making a mountain out of a molehill. Maybe it's something that we could actually easily pass over if we could just let it go, or if we could let go of our insecurities that are keeping it in place or making us blow something out of proportion. So there is movement, and especially moving through or over or around obstacles. So see how that feels and fits for you early this week. So especially around Monday, the 14th of June. And then that will then take us into a period of celebration. And this was our card for yesterday, one that I pulled on the page, not in the video. It's card 6, called the Dolphin. And the Dolphin says, it's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. And I feel like this is directly connected with moving over the obstacle. So it might be a little challenging, especially for those of us who are feeling quite challenged, or like we have quite an obstacle, especially early on Monday. I've been feeling that already, and I've only been up for a couple of hours. I'm actually feeling quite vulnerable sitting here today. I would prefer actually to be hiding out and just switch everything off today. But having said that, I don't let that stop me doing things like this, where hopefully something might come out that's helpful rather than choosing to step back. So I feel like if we can, it's like the celebration, the gratitude, the moving out of something. This feels like the reward for our efforts that we make to push through our obstacles or take action in the area of our life, especially early in the week, that requires action or movement. So instead of being paralyzed by the looming obstacle or challenge or mountain that's before us, let's heed the advice of the kangaroo if we can and take action on it. Let's not be stuck by it or stunned by it, but take action with it so we can move through, because I feel like the reward of that is this celebration, like we're breaching out of an obstacle, breaching through a challenge or out through the challenge, and that there will be something to celebrate or be grateful for about the effort that we make, especially on Monday. So let's not settle too much. What I mean is, what do I mean by that? Let's not allow ourselves to be stuck or stagnant too much on Monday, but let's keep pushing through. It might mean, like for me, I've had some music on this morning, had a little bit of a cry, not for any reason at all, just because I'm feeling a bit vulnerable and sensitive today, and just allowing myself to move through at my own pace. I've done my exercises, which I didn't really want to do either, but just really pushing through, you know, in a supportive way, just pushing through that bit of obstacle, barrier, challenging energy that we might be faced with on Monday. So as we push through, we're going to break through that. That's what the dolphin is showing. It's the breakthrough, it's the breaching through the waters, it's the celebration. It may be the fireworks going off for some of us, where, you know, we might find there is something to celebrate. So there's a lot of people having a birthday at the moment. Maybe it's your birthday and there is a cause for celebration too. You know, I think reaching any birthday is a great milestone and a great achievement, because there are a lot of people that we've known that haven't made it to the time that we're at now either. So I think that there is something really special about our birthdays to personally acknowledge. Okay, so that's pushing through energy, breakthrough energy, breaching energy, action, movement early in the week. Now, if we're stuck in our sticky, obstacle, mountainy, challenge energy, if we're stuck on that, then this kangaroo energy and what I've been talking about already, which is applicable, what feels like for Monday, that may stretch out to Tuesday and even into Wednesday for some of us, if we're not moving on it. So remember, our emotions want to be in motion. So usually when we're feeling stuck or stagnant, we're not listening or letting our emotions feel through or move. I like to remind myself to feel my way forward. So depending on how willing we are to unstick ourselves or to hear, listen to how we feel and sit in that depth of feeling, will depend on how fast or slow we move through that obstacle or the challenge. So I trust that makes sense. Then we're looking at Tuesday. So Tuesday the 15th of June. And interesting actually, we have the shaman, the featured card, with the prayer card. So I'm going to look, these have come up together for a reason. I'm going to look at them separately, then we'll look at their relationship together. It's card 17, the shaman, and it says solitude, grounding, mending, privacy, and reassess. So around Tuesday, but I've already been feeling this. I've already been feeling this on Monday. So we could say early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, maybe even into Wednesday for some of us, we might be feeling a bit withdrawn. We might feel like we just want to be in our private space. We might not want to talk much. We might feel that we just want to sort of hibernate in our cave, and just, for whatever reason, we may need rest. We may need to catch up on sleep. We may need a break. For some of us too, we may be needing this private time to heal, to mend, to reassess our life. Things are changing so quickly, not only in our outer world, in our relationships, but within ourselves. So that reassessment of our life and working out what our new priorities are is probably required every couple of weeks. I tend to do it perhaps every month, maybe 4 to 6 weeks. But at times of rapid change and rapid shifts, we're going to need it more often. So we might find that some of us might find it helpful to grab our journal and reassess our life. So when I'm assessing my life, I like to look at where I've come from, and it might be the last few weeks, it might be the last few months, the last few years, it could be my whole life. It depends on how I feel. But I'll reassess and reflect on where I've come from. So that past journey that's led me to here. So I'll look at the past path and my view from this moment on that. And then I'll look at how I feel now. What is my current state of feeling? Am I feeling like something's changing? Am I feeling agitated by something? So I'll sit in that and reflect on that and look at, okay, how long has this been going on for? Have I been complaining about this thing for months? If so, maybe I need to close that door. So I'll look at that. How do I feel now? And then I'll look at, okay, where do I feel like I'm going? Where am I being projected towards based on what's led me to here, where I am now, and where I'm going? So I look at kind of the past, present, and potential future when I'm reassessing my life. And looking at, okay, what are my important things now? And have they changed? Maybe I need to shift things up a little bit in the now to direct me in my future or where I'm going in a more favourable direction that feels better to me. So that sense of reassessment may be important, but I feel like what is really important is some downtime and some slow time. And this may be what some of us need early this week. Now, a part of this too is connected with this card, which is card 2, called Prayer. And it says, ask, help, answers, and improvement. So this is about asking for help. So some of us may need help at this time. We may need assistance. We may need to step up and say, look, could you help me with this? Or this sort of thing. We may need to reach out. There's also this energy of improvement that's coming from this card. So if we feel stuck or things aren't really in a good place for us or some areas of our life, this time of privacy and reassessment, of mending, of healing, of downtime, of rest, of withdrawal in some cases, in some ways, will likely help us contemplate and have that private time to consider where we need to improve ourselves, where we need to improve in our life, and what changes need to make. Improvement is very much like changes. So sometimes if the word change is too much, if that's just too intense sometimes, that thought of making changes, I sometimes remind myself, well, what needs improving? Because improvements also require change, but sometimes it's a little more of an encouraging word to use than that word change. So it just depends on how you feel, how we feel at the time, is what I find. Okay, so we've got interesting energy this early this week, obstacles, movement, action, but then also this privacy, slowing down sort of time, this time of waiting and solitude. Now we've got the dragon, the fire dragon. If anyone came up with the fire dragon before, this feels like it's around the middle of the week. So I'm feeling very general with the days here this time. So we've got early in the week and then early in the week. So we've got around Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday. We've got around around Tuesday. And this feels around the middle of the week. So we're looking at around Wednesday, Thursday. My light feels like it's flickering. Around Wednesday, Thursday, that's the 16th, 17th of June, and we have the Fire Dragon card 23, and it says, a powerful time of change. A powerful time of change. There are big changes afoot right now, especially around Wednesday and Thursday. So some of us may already have things coming up for Wednesday and Thursday, that is connected with change of some type. There is a fire element to this card, so it talks about that fiery energy. It could be, sometimes anger or agitation can be very motivating to make changes, because we have that sort of pig in us where we just want to, we might feel angry. And, that anger, as long as we're dealing with it in a constructive way that's not harmful to ourselves or others, anger can be extremely motivating to propel us into change that we wouldn't have usually made. So sometimes those reactions, those strong, fiery reactions, can actually propel us into a change that is necessary, but we probably wouldn't usually make. There is also that energy of passion, of fierceness, of it just feels like very hot energy that's moving through us, some of us, Wednesday, Thursday, but a very powerful time to make changes. So there is a change element really around, just from what I've already talked about, and it might be important to talk about now too, our fear of change. So there might be resistance, there might be fear that we feel as well, which may be why there's kind of this action energy, but also this pause energy, where some moments we might feel enthusiastic and motivated to make changes. Then when we think about it too much, maybe we feel a bit afraid to make the change. So there feels to be resistance and this sort of motivation, and then this fear that might be coming up too around the sort of the changes, the movement that we can make in our life, or the improvement, if that suits you better. So let's really pay attention to our reactions to the changes that are taking place. Are you scared of the change that's before you? So are you trying to run the other way? Are you trying to ignore it? What can you do? What can we do to really face this change that's before us? To run with it. Okay, so then once we move through that, we're looking at now around Friday. So Friday the 18th of June, and we have card 19 called Integration. And it says settling, grounding, nature and calm. So this brings, again, a slower energy. So we're having this mix, aren't we? We've got active movement, we've got retreat, we've got breaching the waters, we've got that sort of stuck energy, we've got change, we've got improvement, we've got that fierce, fiery energy, and then we come back in again to this energy that's settling, this sense or this period of time of integration, which means letting ourselves sort of assimilate or digest the changes that have taken place, allowing ourselves to ground, be present in our body, be present in our life. So this around for Friday is a settling energy. Some of us feel like, might feel inspired to be out in nature, to connect, to find peace, to catch our breath. So that settling energy is coming in now for Friday. So yeah, we might feel at this stage very sort of, varying energy levels as we move through. Okay, so we're looking now at Saturday the 19th of June, and we have the Echidna card 19. Oh, we just had card 19 from the other deck, so we've got lots of 19s around the 19th. And the Echidna says, don't dwell on the details. So on Saturday, we've been encouraged to keep moving, to be aware if we're trying to stop and dig up unnecessary stuff, unnecessary dirt. So let's keep going, let's not give up on Saturday, but keep plodding along, keep moving, and avoiding stopping to dwell or dig up unnecessary details and unnecessary things that don't need to be a part of the problem. Sometimes we bring things into the problem, which probably then turns it into that mountain. So let's just see it for what it is and keep going on Saturday. Now, Sunday, we've got two cards. We've got, so this is the 20th. We've got card 1, Archangel Michael, and it says truth, protection, boundaries, and courage. So this is very much, again, highlighting our boundaries that are going to be important, most likely, on Sunday. Some of us may find that we have to confront the truth, speak up, be honest about how we feel and what's going on for us. So that courage to speak up is here, that protection energy, and the boundaries. So I talked a lot about boundaries last week, but very much about looking at where we're draining ourselves, where are we giving our energy away externally to people or problems or worries about the future, things from our past. How can we bring our energy into our body again and replenish our energy levels? So our boundaries may need some attention or some strengthening on Sunday. I like to ask myself if my boundaries are supporting me at the time. So are my boundaries where my attention is? Is this supporting? Are they supportive energies that I'm offering? What am I trying to say? It feels like I could say that in a better way. Are my boundaries supporting me? So am I saying yes to things when I probably don't really have time? So if I am and I'm aware of that, then no, my actions probably aren't supporting me and what I need. So sometimes we just have to say no to things too. You know, so our boundaries on Sunday, but also on Sunday we have card 14, the Emperor Moth. And it says, put things into order. So on Sunday we may not probably feel like it, but we may have to get things into order. And this is especially in regards to paperwork and maybe even planning for our future. So in some ways we might feel like we're preparing for the end, but actually we're preparing for a new beginning. So there is paperwork, there are ends that need tying up, most likely an order that needs to be found on Sunday. And that may be also why we need to have strong boundaries. We might feel that we need to do whatever this is to get things into order. We may need to have boundaries around that. So there might be things that want to distract us, or people that want our attention, or things that need to be done. And we may have to be really strong and firm in our boundaries so that we can get the paperwork or the ends tied up or the things ordered. That feels to be important. So, very up and down week, perhaps this week. Lots of active times and then inactive times. So we'll probably feel, and probably a bit less than last week, a bit more than last week. Last week that we've just come off was more in bigger waves. So a bigger active wave and then a slower wave that came in, sort of just those that came through the week, whereas this feels a little bit faster. So we might find throughout our day, our energy levels, or even over a day or two, there might be this up and down sort of energy that we're moving through. So let's see how we go. So I trust that resonates, and you won't really know till you go through your week. So see how you go and maybe come back and connect with this recording throughout the week to come. You'll find it always pinned to the top of my Facebook page, Temple of Balance on Facebook. You'll also find it on my website, templeofbalance.com.au, and it's under the video tab. And you will also always find it on my YouTube channel, unless I'm away and I can't get it onto YouTube, but I'm not away. So most of the time it's going to be up on Temple of Balance on YouTube. So thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, I'm going to pull a theme card, so I'm not quite finished yet, but if you have enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you would love to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. If you would love to learn more about me and the work I do here at Temple of Balance, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. Keep an eye out for posts and things throughout the week on my Facebook pages. We also have the online solstice gathering for Pillar of Light members and patrons through my Patreon page thing. That's happening actually next week, so in 1 week's time. I look forward to connecting with you guys then. I'll send you the Zoom details in a couple of days so you can be all ready and test it out. So that's next Monday, and which may be Sunday afternoon for you. And I have my next online art class through Zoom on Saturday. So that's coming up this week. On Saturday we'll be exploring the heart, healing the heart. So you may really enjoy it. Check it out on my website if you want to. So the best cards for the theme card, the theme for this week, I trust will find its way to the top of the deck. And the theme card will help us see the bigger picture. It will help bring this whole week together, which is going to be interesting because it feels a little up and down, a little potentially scattered this week. So let's see what the tie-in is. What is the bigger picture? The bigger picture for this week is here. It's a Speed of Light Oracle cards. It's Delegate. Interesting. Card 28. So see how this resonates for you. It says ask, plan, organise and assistance. Some of us may feel pressured this week or pressured even going into this week. We might feel like we're wearing the weight of the world on our shoulders. So we've been encouraged this week to delegate tasks, get organised, ask for help to help take the pressure off us. So if you're feeling pressured, if you're feeling that you just can't do it all, then this week is probably going to be a really important thing to keep in mind. So think about asking people in the household, people in the workplace, or whatever the situation is, people in the family, ask them to help. Delegate chores to the children. Delegate chores to the partner. Take the pressure off yourself this week. Actually, that makes me feel quite emotional. So I'm definitely going to heed this for myself too. But, what pressure have we been putting on ourselves? What have we been trying to do and do and do? And maybe we could say, look, I need a helping hand here. So asking for help, delegating chores, also planning and organising. So we might find it helpful to get something done, to get something organised, get something done to help our week potentially run more smoothly. So like for me, every second Sunday is where I'm organising for my 2 weeks ahead. I just find that works for me. I've been doing that for many, many years. It used to be my cooking day where I'd cook food for the family for the whole week. When my kids are at school, would get organised for school things. All this sort of stuff. So I find it really helpful to have a day, a week or a fortnight where I'm organising my posts for Facebook, everything all in that day. And yes, it is a full day to do it, but it frees me up for the whole week or fortnight ahead. So I don't have to even think about meals, or I didn't have to think about posting on Facebook much because that's all organised. So let's think about how we can maybe think ahead and maybe organise some meals for ourselves or organise some things in advance. So to help reduce the stress levels that we might feel this week. So the stress, the pressure may be mounting. So instead of it reaching a breaking point where we become overwhelmed and stressed out and we just have to take an urgent break, let's see if we can pace ourselves, but be organised, ask for help, and really look at where we're feeling pressured and stressed in our life. Maybe we need to cancel some things this week if it's too much. We can't do everything as much as we might love to. There is only a certain amount of time in the day. So that's where our boundaries might come in effect, where we've just got to say, look, no, I can't do it this week, or I can't do it right now. It might be too where we're looking early in the week at the obstacles that we're dealing with or the challenges. Maybe some of this is pressure or stress or just a busyness that's just too much right now for us to deal with. So I know, like for me, before I even, an hour or so ago, I already made a note to not overbook myself this week. So that's something I'm already doing before I even knew what the theme card was. Just because I'm already feeling a little pressured and I don't want that to mount, and I don't want that to reach the overwhelm point, which as soon as I reach overwhelm, I know I need to take a break. So, and it's getting towards that. So I'm doing things about that today, or, now. So, yeah, they're the cards for this week. Let's see how we go. Have a great week. Happy birthday, happy anniversary if you're celebrating. And thank you so much for watching today. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Thank you. Namaste.